Good morning, Free Will Radical Praisers. We are so glad that you have joined us again this Sunday. As you know, we have been talking about love this month. In week 1, we learned that nothing can separate us from the love of God. In week 2, we learned about what does love look like. And today, in week 3, our topic is love never fails.
Before we dive deeper into our lesson, you already know by now how we kick things off. Join us as we take a moment to praise and worship our God.
I was down in the valley before love came and grabbed me. Never thought I'd see the sun again. Without no hesitation, you became my resurrection. All the light that came shining in. And I got beauty for ashes, and I got joy for mourning, and I got praise for heaviness. Love is a miracle, and I got beauty for ashes, and I got joy for mourning, and I got praise for heaviness. Love is a miracle. This is more than religion. Glad I made my decision. Hope reversed the curse I was walking in. Yeah. Now I'm dancing on my grave clothes. Where you lead me, I will follow. You gave a light that the darkness can't comprehend. Now I've got beauty for joy from morning, and I got praise for heaviness. Love is a miracle. Beauty for ashes, and I got joy from morning, and I got praise for heaviness. Love is a miracle. I remember the voice that called me. I remember when my heart said yes. I will never forget that morning. You were singing over me like, yeah, yeah. You were singing over me like, mercies in the morning, and I've got rivers ever flowing, and I've got freedom and I'm dancing. Love is a miracle. You're a miracle working God.
If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, And if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor, and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.
Today we are talking about a specific type of love, selfless love. Let's take some time to see what selfless love looks like. This love, the selfless love that I'm referring to, is called agape, or simply put, the God kind of love. Jesus Christ showed his love, agape, by sacrificing himself on the cross for you and to have eternal life. This is the greatest act of selflessness that has ever been recorded in all history.
Selfless love is patient, it takes its time, and is not rude. Patient love means that you should be understanding, even to those who are difficult to love. We all have people in our lives that are sometimes hard to love. Patient love stops and thinks before reacting or responding to situations now. We know that people are not perfect, and we all have imperfections that will sometimes cause us to be irritable. Don't come down hard on them or snap at them. Instead, give them time to change and give them room to make a mistake.
Be patient with others because God is patient with you. If you are patient, you're slow to get angry. You will endure wrong without trying to get back at them. You give them time to change and room to make mistakes without being hard on them. Part of loving others is forgiving them. Unfortunately, it's easy to fall into a trap of keeping records of wrongs, a list of all things someone has done to hurt or harm us. Agape love keeps no list, however, is a forgiving kind of love. Kindness is patient in action. A kind person is helpful and it looks for ways to help and meet others' needs.
A kind person shows kindness even when someone else is not kind to you. Jesus said in the Gospel of Luke, if you do good to those who do good to you, even the sinners do the same thing. Patient love stops and thinks before reacting or responding to situations. If someone does something to you, you hold back instead of retaliating. When you are patient with someone, you show them kindness. Jesus gives us a perfect example when he tells us to love our enemy. The enemy you are kind to may not be kind to you. What we have to remember is that when you do good to others, God sees it even if no one else does.
Selfless love is not jealous. When we say jealous, what we mean is feeling insecure or less than compared to someone else. A strong desire to have what someone else has and a willingness to do anything to get it. So many people feel this and never know that it's actually jealousy that they are feeling.
How many of you get jealous of your siblings?
How many of you get jealous of what your friends may have?
How many of you become jealous because others get more attention than you? Did you know that most of the fights or the disagreements you encounter may be in fact rooted in jealousy? You can avoid many difficult situations if you are content with what you have and not wanting what someone else has. Not only is selfless love patient, but selfless love is not arrogant or rude. Arrogant is when you think you're better than someone else. It is pride that allows you to think more highly of yourself than you should.
Arrogance is pride. In James 4:6, it says, God resists the proud but gives grace unto the humble. Selfless love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful.
I have another question for you to consider. Do you always insist that it needs to be your way or the highway? Or do you take into consideration what others say? When things don't go your way, newsflash, it don't always have to go your way. I don't know about you, but I like things to go my way all the time. But that's not the right spirit. Don't blow up on someone because it isn't the way you want.
Selfless love does not rejoice in wrongdoing. Forgive and move on. Don't bring up situations that others did something against you. When you do this, you're telling the other person that you didn't forgive them. God forgives us for everything we've done against him, so surely we can forgive others. And remember, real love does not keep a record of what they did against us.
God does not keep a record of what we've done against him. So we shouldn't keep records on others. Always remembering and reminding people of what they did. Selfless love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. If someone confides in you with a problem or a secret, bear it, hold on to it, and don't run and tell others.
There are going to be some tough times in your life. There will be times when you think you can't take it anymore. There will be times when you think you should walk away from your faith. People may betray you and they may abandon you. Jesus, in his final hours, all of his disciples ran away. They were supposed to be his boys. One of the disciples denied knowing him, but Christ's love for us is so amazing that even on the cross, he looked down and said, "Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Great example of agape love.
So when we talk about love never failing, here is what we want you to know. Jesus' love never fails. Okay? Here are some thoughts we want you to consider this week. What is agape love? And do you show it to others?
Why is it so difficult for us to be patient with others or for others to be patient with you?
How can you be kind to another person even when it's hard to do so?
How do you begin to love others selflessly? Love does not delight in evil, but rejoice with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres.
Remember, Radical Praisers, love never fails.